Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week in Destiny, we had an amazing time during our developer live streaming, showing you what's coming very soon with Heresy Act II. We also have a ton more to talk about this week, like Guardian Games. But let's not spoil it, and instead list the topics for today, okay? Recap of our latest developer live stream. Guardian Games starts next week. Guardian Games Rushdown Roulette. PvP tuning updates and fixes coming in Act 2. Keen Distal Weekend in Trials of Osiris. Reminder of our account linking update. Moments of Triumph Bungie Store sale. D2 Fashion Feedback Titan Armor Ornament Preview. Our last hashtag D2 Heresy Fashion Picks. And gather at Emerald City Comic Con. All right, thank you for watching. On Tuesday, we gave you a preview of everything coming with Heresy Act 2, from the new activity to the new weapons. We also gave a look at what we're cooking up for Act 3. If you missed any of the announcements, don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out the video below for the full stream, or read on as we recap the big news. Court of Blades activity. The Echo of the Navigator was certainly impressed when he found out you defeated him. So he wants to test you in the Court of Blades. The new activity coming with Heresy Act 2. Players will fight through arenas of enemies with escalating difficulty to compete for the mantle of the Taken King, using runes to uplift their playstyle and push through the challenges. Think of this as like Pantheon Light, or at least those were the vibes that I got from Court of Blades, which actually is kind of the new PvE activity that we're going to be getting for Guardian Games. Now, the Heretical Arsenal grows. The 5 remaining weapons from the Heretical Arsenal will be waiting for you the moment you start playing Act 2. There are plenty of interesting perks in these weapons, like Sword Logic on a Strand Glaive or on a bow. And if you still haven't earned one of our renewed Aggress Frame Fusion rifles, there's a new one coming. We won't spoil the rest of them. Each can drop as adept versions. And if you're lucky, you can also find weapons with extra perks in each column, and they run it over Origin Trade. Keep an eye out for the fully mastered drops of both versions of the weapon. Collect them all, aim for your favorite, or just be surprised when one drops. We just put out a review for the bow, by the way. Some of these are actually dropping early. I think the bow for sure. Did someone get the fusion rifle already? I know the bow for sure is dropping early right now. I've gotten the fusion. Yeah, interestingly enough, some of the weapons are actually dropping earlier in Act 1 for some folks. Yeah, I think they corrected it. Whatever the case, we're not going to be in a situation where it's like, hey, here's your 2 weapons for Act 2, and here's your other 2 or 3 weapons for Act 3. They're just going to give us the rest of them in Act 2, which is good. New artifact perks. The artifact is expanding and will include several buffs for trace rivals. Not only is there a perk so that you can stun over the champions, but they're also getting increased damage and even health regeneration. It's a great time to try the latest trace rifles you've gotten in the dungeon and in Iron Banner. And don't forget about Microcosm. We actually have a video going out probably here in the next day or so, guys. It's going to go over what we believe are going to be like the most potent trace rifles. But Microcosm is going to be pretty juiced here with these artifact mods. All right, looking ahead, we also gave a quick look at what's coming in Act 3, including new rewards, a new event, a reprised strike, a new hectic PvP mode centered around 2 beloved vehicles. So Ride of the Nine. Ride of the Nine is an event free for all players coming with Act 3 of Heresy. No matter if you're a new player or a veteran, everyone will have a chance to experience a new twist on 3 classic dungeons: Prophecy, Spire of the Watcher, and Ghost of the Deep. Players will have a chance to jump into the new Learn As You Go Explorer mode, and those brave enough can ramp up the difficulty in the new Ultimatum mode. Take on 3 levels of challenge to earn new rewards, like some very strong, very 9-themed weapons, and they are sexy. Now, what you're probably noticing here, especially with this being free to play, there's a lot of correlations between, Ride of the Nine and what we got in Into the Light. And I would say, throughout the whole year of Destiny is important, but the ramp up to the annual expansion is the most important. Dude, if you ain't got the hype going, nobody's going to give a damn about pre-ordering, about freaking playing the new expansion. You need that ramp up. And hopefully we're going to have a good ramp up, something equivalent to Into the Light. And I'm hoping Ride of the Nine is going to fill that. Plus the lore implications, whatever that may be. All right, the Sunless Cell Reprise, one of the most beloved Destiny strikes, is back now in Destiny 2 with a few changes here and there, but with all of its charm intact. Sunless Cell will make Guardians dig deeper than ever into the Dreadnought to fight a formidable foe. We hope you're ready for it and for the Grandmaster version 2. Let me just ask, when was the last time we got a new strike that wasn't part of the annual expansion, or even like a reprise strike? Hashtag new? Dude, I don't want to hear this, guys. I don't want to hear this. No. You know how many banging strikes we had back in D1? I don't even care if it's straight up copy pasta. We had some banging strikes back in D1. I want them all in D2. All right, Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal is a new chaotic PvP mode coming in Act 3 of Heresy. What could happen if Guardians fought each other inside of Briggs and Drakes? This is a question we've been asking for years, and soon we'll finally have some answers. If you didn't catch on in the live stream, we were wondering how many Move of the Week submissions in future will be 360 no-scopes from flying Drakes. Briggs will be dipping, diving, and ducking and dodging around the map, hunting for success. Who will come out on top? Guess you'll find out soon. I like this, guys. I mean, look, I don't know how much of the game mode I'm gonna play. One thing that's been kind of missing, you know, I feel like we've been slowly getting back to it, but there was a period of time in Destiny where, you know, there wasn't, it didn't seem like there was like a lot of just like fun stuff being added into the game. And so between like just getting a strike randomly in the middle of this, in this season to Heavy Metal, it's like Bungie is making the game feel alive. You know, when you get to a point where you're like, all right, we're going through the motions. Here we go. We got our annual expansion. This is our layout of content. Here you go. Here's your season with your little rollout of stuff. I don't like that. I like to be surprised. All right, Guardian Games, class competition, Rushdown, and more. It's that time of the year again. Time to bank some medallions, earn some great rewards, and show everyone which class is the best. Guardian Games is back, and while everyone knows their class is the best, I mean Titans, this is your chance to prove it. Yeah. Look, here's the thing, man. Let's just be real. It's been Guardian rig games now for the past couple years. You know what I mean? And I know what Bungie's trying to do here. They don't want Titans to win every single year, and so they try to space things out. They want things to be 1-1 and 1. But I speak for the people here when I say that things need to just be fairly counted. You know what I mean? A Titan's medallion should be fairly counted. It should be worth 10 more than a Hunter's medallion or a Warlock's medallion. Okay, and that is the fair ratio for Guardian Games. Now this year we got some big changes with Guardian Game. Nightfalls and focus activities not a part of the event this year. We got something that will reacquaint you with some familiar foes and let you flex your god-killing prowess with the brand new activity Rushdown. Introducing Rushdown. Rushdown is a boss rush style activity where you'll battle a series of bosses taken from Destiny 2's campaigns, seasonal story missions, and exotic missions. With each boss encounter defeated, combines in the activity increases in difficulty, with 5 total encounters per run. And you'll have time limit to complete the run, with time added for each successful encounter completion. Completing encounters in a run will earn you rewards, with faster times offering a chance for more drops or higher quality loot. Dude, I love this, man. This is fantastic. I think that this is kind of what we wanted something like this for a while now. And we got a little bit of that with Pantheon, but Pantheon's it's a little much because of the mechanics and stuff, the raid mechanics. But just to go in there and just be like, yo, let's shred these bosses, and who can shred faster? Now, you'll have 3 ways to play Rushdown. You can start with the warm-up mode, which will be your entry point for the activity, standard and expert, then ramp up the difficulty, offering more powerful combats with modifiers and adding revive tokens to the mix. Now, each mode will offer options for standard matchmaking, class-based matchmaking, and private fire team. Dude, I can't wait for this, dude. How many bolt charged Titans are we going to see when Guardian Games launches? It's going to be wild. Now, as you work your way through Rushdown, your performance will help determine the quality of your rewards. You'll be judged on 2 criteria: bosses defeated and total score. You can increase your score by completing encounters quickly and earning bonus points for the extra time remaining. Limiting your use of revive tokens will also increase your score as you get a bonus for unused tokens. So hold on, let me understand this. Class-based matchmaking. Are you going to be matched with a 1 Warlock and one Hunter? That is the case, isn't it? I was thinking it was going to be a team of Titans or a team of Warlocks. That's 3 Titans in the image. Oh, that is 3 Titans. That is all Titans. I am right. Oh, class-based matchmaking. So we are going to be in a team of Titans. Okay, I'm sorry. This guy back here, he looked Warlocky. I don't know. He looked kind of Warlocky. Now, completing at least 3 encounters in any mode will guarantee a Guardian Games weapon drop for that run, with 5 score threshold: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Reaching higher thresholds in standard and expert modes will improve your chance for additional perks and Guardian Game weapon drops for that run. High scores in expert mode will also offer the chance to earn fully masterwork Guardian Game weapons with additional perks. Chat, what was it that we had last year? Didn't we have something? You could get like a diamond medallion here on Twitch or something. I wonder if they're going to do anything like that. Now, be proud of your class. While there's a lot to do during Guardian Games, the path to victory is simple. Team up with other members of your class to compete in PvP, complete matches, and earn precious medallions. Spank your medallions at the podium to earn points for your class. Each day, class scores will be measured by the average medallion score of all players who've deposited a medallion that day, separated by class, of course. The class that has won the most days by the end of the event gets the gold, and more importantly, bragging rights. Okay, All right. Now, depending on your contribution to Guardian Games All-Stars, you also earn glows to proudly wear. These are linked to your personal and group achievements, and we have 4 in total. One for being the best in Tower Guardian, another for being a member of the winning class of the day, a shoulder glow linked to your weekly performance in Rushdown, a second shoulder glow for your weekly performance of Supremacy and Gambit. I love that, dude. I love it. So we're still going to have Supremacy. Let's go. And a bronze, silver, or gold glow with the shape of a laurel crown, depending on your class place in the Friday coronation ceremony. All right. Now, to kick off the festivities, visit the lovely Eva Levante in the tower to grab the intro quest, Best in Show. You also get your Guardian Games class item you can equip to start earning medallions. As you look to start earning medallions, Eva will also have a great variety of content cards to choose from that will earn you medallions upon completion. The cards are divided between gold, platinum, and diamond with increasingly challenging objectives for each tier. Now, the diamond medallions are worth a lot and can change the course of the day, so they're limited to 2 a week. Dude, it's kind of wild, man. We're getting, which Guardian Games is going to be over, what is like a 3-week period? We're getting Act 2 next week. So lore, new activity, new story stuff, new weapons, and then Guardian Games on top of it. Holy shit. Now, returning favorites, you also have a chance to grab some returning favorites. Last year, we introduced the new All-Star Vector Skimmer, which will be available to grab again this year. If you haven't felt the free-flowing power of a skimmer, this is your perfect chance to grab one. You get a temporary version for the duration of the event, but completing drop-in quests will allow you to add a permanent one to your collection. We also have the Fizzled Games Memento available to earn again this year. You have a chance to earn one anytime you bank gold, platinum, and diamond medallions. Now, new Trace Rifle coming. On top of a new renewed perk pool for Taraxipus, the Tidal, and Hula Baloo, we have one new weapon available only during Guardian Games. What the fuck is that? Caranuus? A new arc trace rifle that can roll with some strong combos that fit very well in our arc-centric episode. Jolting feedback, check. Recycle energy, yep. Rolling storm, of course. All right, new event, new look. With the Guardian Games returning, we know you want to look the part. We've got 3 new armor ornament sets ready to fulfill your Guardian Games fashion needs. Jump into Eververse store to check out the new sets, which can be grabbed with silver or bright dust. Fellas, what we thinking? How we feeling? Titan looks good, man. Titan looks fire, dude. I think it's 6,000. 6,000 bright dust. Titan looks good, man. Got some Greek vibes going on here. Yeah, dude. The hunter looks good. I like the hunter. The cloak here. Warlock helmet looks pretty good. The champ title and event card. Complete challenges in your event card to earn some great rewards, including weapons, a new exotic emote, a new exotic sparrow, and a new legendary shader. Completing all the challenges will earn the champ title as well. If you're looking for a little something extra, event tickets can be used with the upgraded event card available in the in-game Eververse store to unlock additional rewards. All right, now get your Guardian Game jersey. Oh my lord. With everything you need to look the part in game, how about something new to plus up your look at home? Celebrate the event in style with Guardian Games jersey. The Bungie rewards will be available for Guardians who complete the gold triumph before the end of the year event. So grab your medallions and get dunking. Looky there, guys. Looky there. Yeah. All right, Guardian Games Rushdown Roulette. To celebrate the launch of Rushdown, a select group of Destiny 2 content creators are participating in a fun activation across the Guardian Games period. Tune in and you can win a range of prizes. Warlock, Titan, and Hunter teams around the globe are going head-to-head in Rushdown. But they've got another challenge. Before each run, each team has to spin a gift to find out what their additional challenge modifier is for the run. Will they only be allowed to use shotguns? Maybe they have to invert their controllers, or does chat get to choose their entire loadout? Rushdown Roulette, here we go. Now, each week of Guardian Games reset to reset, creator teams can submit their best recorded score and Rushdown to the leaderboard. They can play as much or as little as they like, but they only get to submit their one best score. The leader creator team of each class will get the opportunity to spin a prize, a gift to receive a reward, and also give away 1 prize each to the community from the Bungie store. That's 9 prizes up for grabs each week, which means 27 prizes being given away by our creators for the duration of Guardian Games. Here are the participating teams. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Benny's in it too, hot damn. Scream's in it as well. Okay. All right, looking good, squads. Looking good. Where am I? They didn't want to put me in here. It was going to be too much of a blowout. Understandably so. Don't forget to sub to our creators too. A gift sub on Twitch during Guardian Games period will earn you the competitive contender emblem. There'll also be a limited quantities of the emblem being given away by the creators participating in Rushdown Roulette. So stay tuned to their socials. Fire looking emblem. Act 2 Crucible Strike team update. We have a few tuning updates and fixes coming in Act 2 focus on PvP that we wanted to give some details on before they go live next week. Oh my God, we're getting some sandbox changes. All right. Redrix Estoc reward and focusing fix. In Act 2, we have corrected an issue that could prevent players from receiving the Redrix Estoc competitive pulse rifle after completing their placement series. For those players who've already completed their placements and did not receive the fixed roll of Estoc, you can pick up a copy from Lord Shanks in the Tower Courtyard. Wonderful. As if it had not overtaken the meta enough. In addition to fixes for the placement series, Redrix Estoc reward, we will also be fixing an issue where players were unable to focus previous competitive Crucible rewards from Shaxx after playing 3 competitive playlist matches each week. All right. Ooh, Redrix's Estoc tuning. Earlier, we posted about some changes we were going to make to bring Redrix Estoc more in line for our Crucible Sandbox. We wanted to dive a little deeper into these changes and explain the reasoning behind them. Oh, this is going to be a good one. You know, when they say this sentence right here, we want to dive a little deeper into these changes. This is the loop. Bungie saying, let me, because this is about to be bad. Tuning sword logic damage against players in PvP. This will not affect PvE efficacy. Reduce base damage bonus for kills against players from 20 to 15%. Increase damage bonus for kills against players in Super from 35 to 50%. As mentioned before, we will be adding this perk to more weapons in the future, and we need it to be in line with our other damage perk options in PvP Sandbox. For perks in Crucible, we generally cap damage effects that trigger off a single weapon kill with no additional action required at 15%. For example, Massive Arms and Golden Tricorn. Now, we do allow damage perks to surpass the 50% limit when an additional action is required, for example, Kill Clip, or Harmony, 20% kill with another weapon, Desperate Measures, 20% ability to kill, etc. We wanted to avoid allowing a single kill to grant the same damage bonus as other perks with harder to activate triggers. To give it a higher upside and align it more closely with other perks, we will be increasing the damage bonus for the secondary trigger of killing a Guardian in their Super from 35 to 50%. All right. It's still super situational. Okay. Now, walking back some of the buffs that lightweight pulse rifles received in Destiny 2 Update 8.1.5.3. Keep in mind, at the top of the trials list this past weekend, the 2 most used weapons are pulse rifles. Redrix at number 1, clearly beating out everything, like by a huge margin. And then Outbreak Perfected, which I love, but it's also lightweight. Body shot damage against players is being reduced from 20.4 to 19.7. Critical hit damage against players reduced from 31.8 to 31.5. No, this is still a damage increase over their values pre 8.1.5.3, but it does shift some of the forgiveness and optimal kill thresholds downward. Some people have a question why we are nerfing all lightweight pulse rifles in the adjacent BXR when it appears that Redrix alone is the issue. Redrix may be the most common weapon in Crucible, but its popularity disguises the fact that lightweight pulses are quite strong across the board. Now, when we look at the top 30 most effective primary ammo weapons in Crucible over the last few weeks, lightweight pulses account for 6 of them, which is double the representation of the second highest weapon subfamily. Outside of Estoc, Outbreak Perfected, Stay Frosty, Chattering Bone, BXR Battler, and even Bad Juju are all making their presence known. And nerfing Estoc alone will simply shift usage to these other options and not address the core issue. Though they do not kill the fastest or the furthest, and while still widely used, are less effective in higher skill matches, their increased forgiveness at medium range is stepping on the roles of rapid fire pulse rifles and auto rifles and leading them to dominate the middle of the skill curve. So reduce the handling stat on Redrix also from 79 to 74. Now, Redrix itself has high stats as would be expected of the competitive weapon reward, but the handling is too far above its closest competitor in BXR, making it too easy to max out almost all the important stats when combined with the ability to slot stocks. As such, we've reduced the stats slightly to provide more of a trade-off if you choose not to devote a barrel or stock slot towards handling. Okay. All right. We'll see how this shakes out. It's still going to be better than what it was, before the update. But won't be as strong and won't have as much forgiveness. So, lightweight pulse rifles have definitely, really risen in the ranks of the meta, which is funny because the whole purpose of nerfing high-impact pulse rifles was to diminish the pulse rifle meta. And instead, we just kind of traded one pulse rifle meta for another. So I do like the potency of Redrix, though. I think it's still going to be potent. I do like seeing lightweight pulse rifles because we've never really had them a part of the meta. They've always fallen behind, and we've always had great options. Whether you've been sitting on your craftable Chattering Bone, or your craftable BXR Battler, or you're in love with your craftable Outbreak Perfected, or even enjoy Bad Juju, which had a funky recoil now for years. They finally fixed it. I like seeing these weapons in the mix. So hopefully this won't hurt it too much. We'll see how it plays out. Now, solo versus fireteam lost forgiveness. As a reminder, when Act 2 goes live with update 8.2.5, so does our newest mechanic for the Trials of Osiris and competitive playlist. If you need a refresher on how things will change, let's look at the excerpt from the Heresy Crucible updates. So starting in Heresy Act 2, we will allow duels to match trios right off the bat in both trials and competitive. This will continue to allow duos to play with our 3v3 playlist without making it feel like an advantage that they can avoid trios. We have not enabled this in the past because for the solo player that gets brought into the match to fill out the duo's team, it always feels like a bad experience to see a trio on the other side. We also understand that filling out duo games with solo players often makes it feel like a lottery to see who gets the better team. And now to help with this friction, we will be setting it up so that any solo player that gets matched against a larger fire team in either trials or competitive will be granted loss forgiveness for the match on the condition they do not quit, go AFK, or intentionally throw the game. Doing any of these actions will result in a loss and potentially a matchmaking restriction depending on the severity and number of occurrences. Winning the match will still count as normal. Dude, why have I been grinding comp this past week? Screw that, man. I'm waiting until next week. I'm moving all our comp grinding going to next week because we normally play solo. This is going to make life so much better, man. Now, it's interesting because that means, if I'm understanding this correctly, you could just play as a solo player in comp, never lose rank. And am I understanding that right? Even if I lost 10 matches in a row, as long as I'm up against a team of trios, I won't lose rank. So you almost want to go up against a team of trios. You almost want to go up against a team of 3 because then you have safety there. Now, we believe this change will have the effect of encouraging more people to play as full fire teams, while also improving the experience of solo players to get matched with fire teams in these modes. All right, we'll see how it plays out, man. I won't be grinding any more comp this week. Now, on the Prowl and Smoke Crucible tuning, we've heard the feedback that Void Hunter smoke effects in combination with the new On the Prowl aspect can feel oppressive, so we have some changes set up for Act 2. Smoke debuff no longer reduces player move speed or jump height, no longer reduces player weapon handling, no longer suppresses player movement abilities. Let me tell you something. Nothing aggravates me more. A hunter, a skillless hunter, throwing a smoke, and they hit me with the smoke, and they instantly win their 1v1. Not out of skill. They didn't win that. That's not a skilled engagement. They won simply because an ability has now blinded me, slowed me. I can't shoot my weapon. I can't see. It's ridiculous. All right, now on the Prowl. Hunted players no longer have a pink glow in the first-person perspective. Reduce the glow intensity on hunted players in third person. We're going to keep an eye on Void Hunter after these changes to go live and can tune further as needed. You know, maybe on the Prowl is a problem. I have more issues with just the smoke. I have more issues with smoke hitting me and just messing me up. You know what I mean? Like, almost the point I'm okay with just on the Prowl. But we'll see. All right, get that new Trial Sniper Rifle. We know many of you have been waiting for this moment. King Thistle, the new Trials Osiris Sniper Rifle, will be the featured weapon this weekend. It's a solo aggressive sniper rifle with some amazing perk combos, both for PvE and PvP. So it's very much worth grabbing. As always, the adept version of the weapon is a bit more interesting, so it's worth grabbing the Lighthouse Passage and trying for a good streak. We changed how Trials Osiris works quite a bit when we launched Heresy, so if you want to get a good understanding of what's going on, or if you need a refresher, please read our latest PvP Focus article. It's going to be pretty good, guys. I've messed around with the role, and I'm looking forward to get the adept version. Actually, this weekend we're going to be playing with Andy from Bungie, and so should be a good time, man, and hopefully we can get some Gondros. Now, a reminder of account linking update on February the 13th. We shared with you all an important update regarding account linking on Bungie.net. We support the link of multiple authentication methods of a single Bungie.net profile. We'll continue to allow linking accounts in this manner. The upcoming update will remove the option on link an account once it's been linked to your Bungie ID. The only exception will be Twitch. You'll still have some weeks left before we review and implement the new policy. The goal remains the same: protect the integrity of our player accounts, simplify certain security systems, prevent fraud, and limit activities that go against our terms of service. We'll have another reminder before the update goes live. Here's another thing you could do, Bungie. Kill anyone on Epic Games. Epic Games window players, they gotta go, man. I'm gonna bring it up here, chat. 9 times out of 10, the cheaters I come across, it's a fucking Epic Games account or Windows shit. All right, Moments of Triumph, Bungie Store Sale. Celebrate our Moments of Triumph this year with Bungie Store Sale. This past Tuesday, we kicked off our Triumphant Savings Flash Sale, offering amazing deals on discounted items through March the 11th at reset. Whether you're in the market to add the Nerf Ace of Spades to your collection or wanting to pick up something cozy with our discounted donning apparel, this sale will have deals for everyone. Continue the 10-year Destiny celebration with new discounts on Destiny Art Show posters and apparel. And for this week only, participate in the $7.77 flat rate shipping on the Bungie store. Nice. As a reminder, any Moments of Triumph Bungie Reward purchase on Bungie store does come with a new gift with purchase emblem, time honored. Complete those triumphs and redeem your Bungie rewards today. Okay. Dude, are we actually entering? We are. We're going into the 11th year of Destiny. The hell, man. We're getting old. I mean, before we know it, we're gonna hit 2 decades. D2 fashion feedback, one more armor ornament preview. Oh, as Codename Frontiers gets closer, we're starting to get hyped about all the fashion that's just around the corner. Once again, we're tipping our hand a little to show off an ornament for another exotic armor in desperate need of a glow up. The next exotic armor getting its first ever ornament is none other than one of the most beloved and often strongest exotic arms for Titan. And you guessed it right, it's Worm God Caress. Oh my god, do you see the warrior monk inspiration? Oh my lord. Okay, all right, dude. I can get with this. Look at that. Look at the beads as well. All right. Thank you for all your D2 Heresy fashion. Oh yeah. Okay. And then Emerald City Comic-Con Guardian Gathering. For those that are on the Pacific Northwest, there you go. Let's hit some of these daylight savings time. Everybody, time changes this Sunday. You will lose an hour. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Account recovery services and cheating. Oh, the goal of Bungie's product security team is to protect players from those who intend to cause harm to the player base or the game, such as cheating and account recovery services. For many years, we've seen these services steal and sell player accounts without the player's permission. Such services can also harvest and sell any other personal or financial information they come across. There's a clear relationship between boosting services and cheating. Boosting services frequently resort to cheats to churn through as many customers as fast as possible, which can put a player's account at risk of ban. The service will then sell the account credentials to other bad actors and cheaters. Additionally, these services usually add an account they own to a player's cross-save setup, allowing them to full access to your account. These services can use this to threaten a player's character and items in game. They could, man. They can literally just delete your shit. These now linked accounts cannot be removed, which usually leads to players losing all of their progress and characters. We understand the desire to complete high-end PvE content or get that new Trials weapon. However, when using these services, they ruin the experience for other players, provide accounts for other cheaters to use, and will result in your accounts getting banned. Ultimately, services that compromise the integrity of the game should not be trusted with a player's account and personal information. We again remind you to protect your account. Do not use account recovery, boosting, or cheat services. Saying that your fingers were not on the keyboard when the cheating occurred will not help you in an appeal. The loss of your Bungie and Destiny 2 account due to bad behavior by an untrustworthy service is only one small way that you can be burned. For more information regarding our ban policies, please visit the Destiny account restriction and banning policies. That's right, guys. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. But on a real note, I wish that if people did do this, I wish there was a way to mark them. Like if you were, temporarily banned for account recoveries or cheating, I wish there was a couple of these. I wish you were marked forever. Like, I don't know how we would mark you. It would need to look terrible. But that way, it'd be like Shane. For like a year, you have to walk around as Shane, And then the other thing is, I would want for that 1 year that you get your account back, that occasionally your weapon, while you're shooting it, will just self-combust and kill you. You know what I mean? In the middle of a day 1 raid, firing your recluse, boom, take you out. All right, known issues. We've got a lot of them. Onyx Sentry sometimes does a chain lightning. The issue with the quests. Extra charges from radiant dance machines do not persist when transitioning to a new area. Some other issues. A lot of these were here last week. One other thing I'm going to throw on the list. I don't know if this is an issue to you guys, but again, the melee damage on our glaives are not being increased when overcharged, which is unfortunate. Again, it's because it's considered an uncharged melee. I don't know if that's going to hit the known list or not. Another week it just went by, and we can't wait for you all to play the new content coming in Act 2 of Heresy. You have your best and strongest PvE builds ready to fight the Court of Blades. We also have Guardian games, Moments of Triumph, and a lot more in the oven. So get ready and stay ready. Just 5 more days till Act 2, the Destiny 2 community team. All right, that's your TWAB this week, fellas. Pretty thick, pretty juicy, man. We have a lot happening. I think that really over the next 3 months, I think things are going to be kind of wild, man. I think we're entering that ramp up effect where we're going to have Guardian games. We're going to have the multiple acts. Keep in mind, Act 2 is only going to be 3 weeks, which is pretty odd. And then we're going to immediately find ourselves in Act 3. We've got the Rite of the Nine. And so we're going to be doing all those dungeons. And then on top of that, at some point, we're supposed to be seeing something from Frontiers. Whether that be a Vidoc or some sort of reveal, man, because we haven't gotten anything. We had that one conversation at the end of the year last year, some little talk here and there of what Frontier was going to be bringing. We watched a recap video here recently from Llama, which was a great video, but we don't have a lot of information to work with. So I'm hoping Bungie's going to be showing us something soon.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.